Another signature setup with additional price action identification way after the signature setup is done. So let's dig straight into it again to show you some variety of pairs as well. What is the price? We're back to 24th of January with AUD USD this time on M5, right? So what is the price? Only like so many setups in January. Right, so again, same thing as always. I know it always looks like the same charts. I know it looks like the same charts even from 2021 and 2022, but no, it's January 2023 this time, right? So what do we have already, right? So let's dig into it and see what we have. We have, of course, buy-side liquidities being created, trend traders getting very, very excited. Even again, little trading in this scenario, so even they're trading a trend line in here. I don't even know how they draw trend lines to make that even work, but yeah, they're just seeing these trends forming and all that stuff, right? You know, but the better one obviously is just to look at the most recent one, and you see clearly a trend is forming, right? Then guess what? Buy side liquidity is being created. Breakout traders getting very excited. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe you count it in as 5, and then finally it's getting breakout in here, right? So of course, breakout liquidity, very happy, not only for the resistance in here, but also for the breakout of Asia range. Both breakout traders are very excited. So we have buy side liquidity for the trend, we have buy side liquidity for the breakout traders, right? And let's see if we have any more. We have buy side liquidity for break and retest, as again this invincible resistance zone got broken, retested, and another reaction, right? So again, break and retest traders are getting very excited. What's also worth noticing notice the time they bring in the mass liquidity. Frankfurt open to the absolute minute. Okay, so again, the whole world only has reasons to buy. Okay, so what do we do, right? What do we see? We see, okay, inducement stage is definitely done, as everyone in the world trading retail concepts is already induced to the long side in here. And also session liquidity confirms also bringing the liquidity. So we wait for what? Relevant break of structures after the perfect signature setup scenario is done with the inducement, right? So guess what? We get our relevant break of structure. Next thing, inducement mitigation. Do we have imbalances? Oh yeah, and what crazy imbalances we have after the relevant break of structure, after we identified the liquidity, after everyone got induced the wrong direction, after Asia being induced to the high side, after Frankfurt session timing induced as well, right? So guess what we wait for? The mitigation. That's only what we exactly wanted. So we should take the short in here, having our beautiful AUD USD M5 signature setup. And of course, target should be pretty clear, at least Asia range low. And tube, what a surprise. Absolutely effortless, done. But guess what? What is another target you could aim for as well? Obviously, nothing wrong with taking this probably 1 to 10 in here, right? Definitely makes sense to close it here as well. But again, if you're getting more experience and understand price action more better and more in detail, look to the left. What's going on here? And again, maybe a few or still a little bit into smart money concepts would be like, that's a mitigation, imbalances, all that stuff. That's exactly what brings you the losses of smart money concepts, right? Again, very obvious smart money trap, as this is also the only medium liquidity point we clearly had to the left as well. Again, always be very careful about these baby ones in here, especially when they happen very late in the day. Again, this day starts in here. Again, this is also very late even. So yeah, expect it to be induced, right? They're looking for liquidity grabs all the time, right? So It's also the medium first liquidity zone we should look for. And again, it's also a very nice target zone. Again, they show the imbalances on purpose to make smart money traders excited. They need their reasons as well. We use obviously imbalances in a different way than they do, right? So guess what? Price action is coming down, and also notice how they're creating the massive trend. So everyone's selling, 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 selling. So guess what? When they do what? Getting from this reaction, filling the imbalances. When do smart money traders only get in? When they get a fake reaction, they're getting a fake Koch in here, right? So guess what happens to them? They scream like this guy in here as they're getting another L just to the absolute tick in here, right? Just took them out by literally one tick. So smart money traders stopped out. Too bad for them, right? So we have to look deeper though. This is an inducement overall, yes, but again, is it an inducement we like to see? It's more like an equal lows at the same time as well, right? Again, it just fulfilled its purpose of stopping out smart money traders to the absolute pip. So we have to just be careful about the fake break of structures in here as well. As again, this can still act for sure as liquidity 100% as the equal lows. So what's better for them to do overall, as this price point in here is also a very late price point. Again, there's not too much liquidity in. The liquidity is more like to the left in overall in-days price action, right? So again, you have to expect liquidity to being created. And if they created already all these sellers, there's already a lot of sales liquidity in. So now they have to induce premature buyers. And the best way to do it is, of course, with fake break of structures, right? So remember that. We want to trade away from clean inducement or overall and not double bottoms, okay? So keep that in mind and also understand the basics of when they create liquidity with fake break of structures. Again, structure is one of the most targeted things ever, the most efficient ways as well to do it. So of course they fake the break of structure here to make people excited and do what? Marking up another smart money trap zone. Again, they seeing the Koch in here, whatever. We see the fake break of structure. So they're getting it in here. Maybe they're still getting it in here. But what do we see, right? So price also built these equal highs and its reaction of the smart money trap and another one in here, right? So guess what? What's 10 times nicer and what also smart money traders want to see if they're getting their point of interest getting mitigated? When do they jump in? We had it here already. Fake break of structure or like their Koch, whatever, right? When you also have this equal highs in here for liquidity creation, right? So if they get something like this, then obviously it's 10 times nicer for them and also 10 times nicer for us, but in the opposite way, right? Because they got their break of structure in here away from this demand zone in here, right? And of course, they're getting another smart money trap zone in here. But what is it really? What is it really? And you have to really train your eyes and your thought process about this. What is this really in here? Smart money trap reaction, first of all, again, it tapping in once again into the zone, reacting with momentum and speed out of it, giving the fake Kochs in here. But it is really just an inducement high of these equal highs. Again, they have to induce high to push price lower to take out all the liquidity they just created with, again, 1, 2, 3 bottom for retailers, even 4 quadruple bottom for retailers, seeing an invincible support area. Smart money traders see the imbalance fill, they see the reaction, they see the Kochs in here. We know it's an inducement high, right? But what is happening to the world? Smart money traders, they getting in, right? Reversal traders, they getting the break, retest of these zones, whatever. Also the overall head and shoulders pattern kind of thing. Breakout traders, they getting in here long, right? Momentum traders, they seeing all these candles. Look at it, 5 solid bullish candles in here in a row, right? They're all getting in the buy. So guess what's about to happen. Of course, they're all getting duped, right? So now, look at it. Now we have the proper inducement to the downside. There's no more sellers. There's no reasons for sellers. Look what they even did once again. They faked even here again, the Kochs in here. Now we have the proper inducement. Again, look for proper inducements, not these baby 1 wick inducements and like whatever 1 pip inducements. No, proper inducements like that, right? And guess what's about to happen? They all getting duped, and you just should sit here like this gentleman, enjoy them all getting duped, and learn the true ways of how the market works, of how they bring prematurely all these people, all these different strategies, if it's retailers, if it's smart money, in the wrong direction. Again, always listen to the quote of like inducing high to go lower, inducing low to go higher, right? Again, for example, here, faking the double bottom, faking the smart money reaction, faking the Kochs just to create liquidity, faking the momentum, inducing high in the process to go low. Same thing in here, just again creating equal lows in here, faking the Kochs just to do what? Smoke once again lower, creating the huge inducement to the downside. Now everyone who bought is out completely. The opposite way around, sellers are all in this day. Again, they see the whole day as trending downwards. Right now they're seeing the huge momentum candles just to get in once again. And we understood that this place is done and everyone is getting duped right after. So if you're getting more experienced, you obviously can expect the inducement, you wait for it, you break it down to low time frames, and then obviously you trade the reaction when everyone is getting smacked in the background. You just sitting there and enjoy your profits. So you have been blind, now you should be able to see.